I tried again Tuesday. Still no return call. And then I texted her. It was the first time I'd ever texted her. But I presumed that this was strike three, and I was out of the ball.
Yes, in fact, I didn't want to respond. I said, oh no, I'm not going to. But he was so persistent. He was so persistent. I said, well, if I don't want to, all I have to say is no. He was so persistent that I was very determined to say, thanks, but no thanks. However, something happened. Because I was calling and I was hoping that I would get his voicemail, but I didn't get his voicemail. I got him on the other line. And I was going to say, I'm sorry, but no, I can't. But then he started telling me about his plans, and I just melted. And I found myself just listening and saying, okay, okay.
So actually I had two choices for her. One, Dr. Burke had given us 2 tickets for the Missouri game. Was that an overtime game? Or I said, I could take you to dinner, we could go to Sweet Adeline. And I did worry a little bit about a first date disaster of a 2-hour trip to Lubbock, another 4-hour, and she said about football, I don't have a clue. So we ended up not going to the Missouri game. We went to VL Bistro for dinner. That's obviously a very special place to me now. And then we went to see Sweet Adelines, and I called Dr. Burke, and he said, do you think that was really worth missing the Missouri game? It's true. I said, Steve, it was worth it. So there I was. I got to the restaurant about 15 minutes early. I got roses arranged at her for her when she got there, and then I was sitting at the door. I didn't want to look too anxious.
But not only that, he had 2 of the hostess lining up against the door, and he was standing right there with a rose. I was shaking. When he opened the door, I was shaking. He said, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? Then he took me to our table, and then I saw more roses sitting there. And I was, at this time, shaking even more.
She looked calm and cool to me. So, this was now October the 11th. That was like our first official date. And then she actually said I could come over Sunday, and we actually watched a little bit of a TV show, but mostly we just talked. And you know, we learned more about each other. She showed me pictures of her home in Cuernavaca. I saw her beautiful sisters, her mother and her father there, and she told me more of her story. And then on Monday there were a dozen roses on her porch. The next weekend we saw each other again. That was October 18th and 19th. More roses on the porch again. The following Monday. And then on Thursday, October 30th, I was talking to her on the phone. I would usually text her after Telemundo. I would watch her on Telemundo. And I would text her. She's beautiful in black. beautiful in beige, beautiful in blue. I'm glad there's so many colors in it. She's pretty in pearls, ravishing in red, so I tried my best.
He did good.
And then on Thursday, October the 30th, over the phone, we chatted and I asked her to marry me. And we had an engagement Friday to go to a concert, Halloween Friday.
Right, yes.
And we had dinner before, and she officially said yes. And for anybody who's counting, I know that's 21 days. Dane, Eric, I don't think I want you to do this. So, after that, I've been falling deeper in love with her every day, every hour, every minute, every second. And once she asked me early on what my intentions were, and I said that I was trying to win her heart, and that if I ever did win it, I would still continue to try winning her heart the rest of my life. And now here I am, married to the most incredible woman. Thank you for listening to me.
Can I make a toast?
This is my brother Dave.
Rick and Mouty, the toast to you. May you always have each other as companions to share the joys and sorrows that life will bring. May you always have each other as confidants to share your innermost secrets. May you always have each other as best friends, and the love will grow. May the sun always be at your horizon and the wind to your back. Vaya con Dios.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.